Hello, this is your last letter of the day video of the week, so we should have both groups watching for an exciting letter of the day. Now, what this means for us too is after today, we only have 2 letters left. Okay, so we are almost at the very end of our alphabet. You've done a great job all week. Let's just focus in for one more letter and let's see what it is. Today, we are doing the letter X. Okay, we've got capital X and we've got lowercase x. And we're going to learn all about X today. Now, we have to talk about X first. Okay, X is a very unusual letter. Okay, there are not a lot of words that start with the letter X, and there are no words that start with X that have the sound that we need to learn at the beginning. So what I'm saying is when X is at the beginning of a word, it never makes the sound that we're going to learn in kindergarten for the letter X. So when we look at our list of words for the letter X, X is not going to be at the beginning. We're going to have to find it in the word. It doesn't mean it's always going to be at the end, but we're going to have to find it and hear the sound that it's making. Now let's talk about our kindergarten sound that we're going to learn for the letter X. Okay? The sound that X makes for us is the sound X. Now, listen. This sound is the K sound and the S sound smashed together. So it's kind of like two sounds in one. Okay? Listen to me make the sound for the letter X again. X. Can you try that out for me? Good. Remember, it is K and S together. So let's try it 3 times in a row. X, X, X. Nice job. Okay? Now, we're only going to look at a few words, but I want you to listen to try to find the X sound somewhere in the word. Remember, this sound is not going to be at the beginning of these words. It's not going to be the first sound. It's going to be somewhere else in the words. So let's check them out. Okay, here's capital and lowercase x. And let's start to check out these words. The first one is axe. Can you say axe? So here we have our X. This is at the end of this short little word that only has 2 sounds, axe. But we see it at the end and we hear it saying X, which is the sound we need to know in KB. Our next one is the word box. Can you say box? Once again, we hear it at the end. X. Now we have the word exercise. Can you say exercise? In the word exercise, we hear X as the second sound. E is saying eh, and then we have X, exercise. The next word is the word exit. Can you say exit? Good job. Just like exercise, X is coming after the sound eh. Here we have a picture of a fox. Can you say fox? We have the sound X for the letter X after the sound aw, and it's at the end of the word. Here's our number word, 6. Can you say 6? Good. We have X after the sound I. Now, here's our list. We only had 6 words on our list today, and that's okay. Let's say them again and listen for the X sound that's somewhere else in the word. It's not at the beginning. Say axe. Say box. Exercise. Exit. Fox. 6. all of these words have the letter X somewhere in them that's not at the beginning. Remember, for our sound X, we are never going to see X at the beginning of a word making that sound. So we're going to find it somewhere else in the words for our kindergarten learning. Okay? Let's go over to the big board and practice writing X. And I know you'll do a great job. So meet me over there. Okay, here we are. Let's talk about our capital X and our lowercase x. I do not think you're going to have any problems at all making your capital or lowercase x. And you should notice that just like V and W, that the letter X, it's capital and it's lowercase, look the same. Capital is taller, lowercase is shorter. So that's 3 in a row that we've had like this. Now, when we make a capital X, let's start there. We're going to start at the top and slant down in the other direction. Okay, we're going to go from the top left to the bottom right. Then we pick up our pencil and we do the same thing on the other side to make an X. Okay, watch me do it again, just a little faster. Top left to bottom right, and then top right to bottom left. Okay, 2 slanted lines that cross in the middle. Here's one more. Okay, and one more. Just keep going and going. Okay, good. Those are all really good X's. Okay, now let's go down below, and I'm going to do some lowercase x's. I'm going to make the same shape, but instead of starting at the top, you should start in the middle and touch the bottom, and your x's for lowercase are just going to be a little bit shorter than your capital X's. Okay? Now, that's really all I have to show you. I think you're going to do a great job with X. It's not very hard to make. Please just make sure your capital X's are touching the top and bottom line, and your lowercase x's are touching the middle and the bottom line. The most important thing that you need to remember about the letter X is that we're not going to hear the sound that we need to know for X in kindergarten at the beginning of any words. Okay, the sound that we need to know for X is the sound X. And that sound is never going to be at the beginning. We're going to hear it at the end of a lot of words, and we're going to hear it in other places in words too after vowels. And we'll learn all about that later. But for right now, just remember X says X. And we're not going to hear that sound at the beginning of words. Okay? Good luck. You did a great job this week with all of your letters, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.